Mary of the Nazareth and the Essenes. The fraternity of the Essenes was a school of initiates of high spiritual foundations that emerged in the East in 150 BC and helped in the messianic task of Master Jesus. The discoveries of the Essenes manuscripts at Quorum at the Dead Sea in 1947 by a pastor from the Tamirese tribe are a scientific proof of their existence. The congregation of the Essenes was a kind of moral and religious association. The hierarchy was composed of the Dome of Elders. Its members were dressed in white and wore tunics. They had a high standard of hygiene with baths before meals. Their diet in general consisted of milk, honey, vegetables and fruits that they grew themselves. As therapists, they had great knowledge of medicines taken from nature itself. Practiced charity in its highest purity and were detached from the goods of the world. There were shrines scattered in various places such as Mount Carmel, Mount Tabor, Mount Hermon, Mount Moab, Mount Nebo in Judea and Alexandria in Egypt. There was a code of conduct for being a member of the community. To access the temples, they used a password to protect themselves from the dominant power of the time. In this period, when the Essenes were represented in these localities, a charming girl is born in Nazareth in the home of Eli and Anna, who received the name of Maria. She has shown rare intelligence, love, and sublimity. Drew attention to everyone in that small town in Palestine. The members of the Essene community, through channels of mediumistic intuition, were made aware of the coming of Messiah through that simple family from Nazareth. For this reason, they supported Maria's parents and saw the welcoming environment, inviting everyone in the region to work for the common good. Soon, the mandatory rabbis of the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem became aware of the presence of the prodigy girl in that locality of Judea, who spoke with clarity even of the scriptures text of the prophets venerated by the people of Israel. The chief priest, meeting with his members, deliberated the girl's coming to be added to the other virgins who resided in the holy temples of the Jews, as he feared the girl's wisdom. Maria spent her childhood and adolescence in seclusion, secreted from society and estranged from her parents, who only saw her on special occasions. However, her high and pure spirit of love knew that she had a noble mission to fulfill in her reincarnation on earth, and with meekness she trusted in the designs of God. In the temple, Mary was concerned with the knowledge of foreign languages, the study of texts of the sacred scriptures of the Hebrew prophets, and the development of skills with the loom. The young woman lovingly made a linen tunic, rich in harmony of details, and offered it to Rabbi Azeda Moa, sympathizer of the Essenes fraternities. This man had a character of great righteousness and virtue. He wept with emotion when he received such a significant gift, hence the sublime meaning of Mary's mantle emerged. At the time, the people of Israel commented through Judea that Isaiah's prophecies were to be fulfilled with the Messiah coming to earth in the womb of a virgin. Inside the temple, they believed that that woman would be Mary for her great virtues and unusual intelligence. In the palace of Sanhedrin, there was a great meeting with the high priest, and some rabbis, on fire, commented that they would not admit a virgin coming from a humble family to be elected to receive in her womb the Messiah. In addition to the resentment they held as they conducted an interview with Mary in the form of interrogation, in which the intrepid young woman commented on the luxury of their lives in contrast to the misery and suffering of the people. Then they decided on the marriage of Mary to Jose ben Jacob, a temple worker, so that the young woman would be stripped of her virginity and consequently unable to be the mother of Elah, who would place the peoples Israel in supreme power before the other peoples. Jose was Deborah's widower and came from a peasant family. His genetic lineage came from King David. He works in the carpenter's trade with great dedication and care in the sanctuary built by Solomon. Joseph was informed of the decision of the Jewish religious. He did not know the young woman, but humbly accepted the imposed directive without arguing. One day, Jose Jacob was approached by a representative of the Essenes who invited him to visit the community. He gladly accepted and became a supporter of his precepts. In Nazareth, three representatives of the priest informed Eli and Anna, Mary's parents, of the decision already informed to the carpenter Jacob. Joseph sought out Father Mooney, the spiritual leader of the Essenes, in order to communicate the imposed decision of his marriage, asking for blessings. He hears from the venerable leader that God's plans are being fulfilled. Happy with the news, he retires from the cult service hall for other chores. After a short time, Mary enters the room accompanied by her parents who, concerned, report the unexpected events to the priest. Father Mooney speaks lovingly that they should trust God and the Creator would lead the young woman on the blessed path so that she can fulfill her special mission. At this moment, Joseph returns to the hall, and when he sees Mary, he is overwhelmed with emotion, feeling her resplendent and angelic gaze. The priest Mooney looks affectionately at the couple and says, "Mary, this is Joseph, a new therapist at our home. He also cooperates in the Jerusalem temple." And turning to Joseph continues, "This is Mary, our dear daughter of the heart, that God will joyfully bless your union that will provide a great light of love for all humanity." Essene's Code of Ethics. Disconnect from material goods if you have them. Work for others without any requirement. Protecting all decaying old people. Supporting orphan children. Educate your feelings to forgive offenses. Never offend anyone who slanders you. Make prayer a permanent climate in your life. Eat enough to live. Watch your thoughts so that your mouth does not tune into evil. Cultivating good ideas. Where to travel, set good examples. Never blaspheme against our Lord. Love all kingdoms of nature and protect them. Pay attention to chastity. Do not covet what is next and pray for all mankind. Holy Mary, Lady of Love, that supports and redeems. There in our world, if not outside, your sublime mission, full of graces and kindness. It is for you that we know the eternal revelation of life. In your gifts of kindness, the Lord is always with you. Messenger of tenderness, providence of those who mourn. In the shadow of misfortune, blessed are you, O Queen. Star of humanity, mystical rose of faith, pure lily of humility. Among women, you are the mother of unprivileged mothers, our door of hope, an angel of our lives. Blessed is the immortal fruit from your mission of light, from the peace of the crib, the pains beyond the cross. So be it forever. O divine sovereign, refuge of the suffering, in the pains of human struggle, Holy Mary, Lady of the love that sustains and redeems. There in our world, if not outside, your sublime mission. Spiritual author, psychography of Chico Xavier. Portrait of Maria. This portrait of Maria, Mother of Jesus, was published on a television program in the city of Sao Paulo with the presence of the medium Francisco Xavier. With a view to the tributes of Mother's Day in 1984, the Spirit of Emmanuel dictated by Chico Xavier, a portrait of Maria of Nazareth, to the photographer-artist Vicente Avella. The artist-photographer pointed out that, in fact, there was no painting, but basically a photographic work. Fruit of successive touches in an initial portrait, all under the mediumistic guidance of Chico Xavier. When Mr. Vicente completed the task with the final art in a small black and white photo, he enlarged it a lot and colored it with oil paint, giving rise to the photo that was released. Maria of Nazareth continues to support the whole of humanity with her intense maternal love. feel your presence. Receive your blessings of love, health, and peace.